Hey, what's up? What's going on? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We in the building. What's going on? Happy Sunday to all my peeps and my peoples. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac, baby. It's going down. It seems like Giselle and Robin, they really wanted to see Monique and Candace tear each other down and take each other out because they could care less if any one of them are on the show. And it was just like, damn, what was going on at Ashley's spot? Ashley knew what was going to happen. Ashley knew that, people was going to confront Candace and Candace was going to feel uncomfortable. And then she knew that the situation was probably going to go down between, Charisse and, Monique Samuels. I was like, damn, the way Ashley then ran out of there because, her and Monique was going back and forth at Ashley Sip and See. Then the next minute, Monique Samuels is up out of there because now they're trying to bring that situation to Monique about like what's going on with Charisse. Like, why ain't you Charisse's friend? Why ain't you this? Why ain't you that? And so Monique, she got up and left. I was like, damn, Monique was just high-fiving, Giselle because, they was like, oh, Candace is saying I'm after you now. Like, I'm doing this now. Oh, it's you this year. And they high-five each other. And then the next minute, damn, it's the tables turn. And now you got Charisse talking about you got all that energy, Monique. For Candace, what about the energy for me? I was like, damn, that was a real sip and see. That sip and see was off the chain, for real, for real. What's going on? What's up, Pamela? What's up, Johnson? What's up, me, you? What's up, Bellamy? What's up, Eric? What's going on? I'm just like, damn, like this is some crazy shit. It's like as soon as you turn around, the tables done flipped on Monique's. So in my opinion, it looks like, Giselle and Robin and Charisse could care less if Monique or if, Candace is on the show. If they can get them off the show, they'll be happy with that situation. And they pumped Monique up with information, but Monique found out the information, basically saying that Candace is out here, trying to be with Charisse and everything else like that to get information on you and basically take you out. So now you got Monique feeling that certain type of way because Giselle's the one that came to her and told her that, oh, Candace is being friends with Charisse to get at you. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn. And Ashley didn't tell, on the show, it looks like Ashley did not tell Monique what was going on in the situation. So like you got all the other rumors from the friend G, and it almost seems like, Giselle was sitting there at the sip and see, and she was saying to Charisse, and she was saying to, Karen, like, is there any friends? Did you hear anything about her? It's like they wanted to bring that friend's name up, Gigi, and that's probably one of the reasons why Monique got up and left, because she know that they want to bring up them rumors and talk about it, but Giselle's already doing it. Every chance she gets, she's talking about Monique being with this trainer and that person. So it was just like, it was a waste of time for Monique Samuels to ever be cool or ever be cordial when it came to Giselle, because Giselle get any type of information, she wanted to use it against her. And then we also know that Monique told us that her friend came to the cast and told them the rumors, and then it went around that way, and everybody knew the rumors basically, and Monique didn't, confront them. So you see Monique confronting Candace, you be like, damn, Monique, how come you didn't front them? But Monique said she wanted to be, cordial, and she wanted to be businesslike and keeping it professional, so that's why she didn't say nothing. But it's like, damn, they sit up there telling you something about Candace, and then they laughing up in your face, and as soon as they get a minute to turn on you to say, hey, you was talking about Charisse last night, what's up? What, Charisse is right here. I was saying I ain't Candace, but Monique's story ain't adding up. B, I'm like, what's going on? And it's like as soon as they could turn on Monique, it was all good. I guess Ashley, she took the butt of the shit last season, and now she was sitting there, Michael was sitting there watching, and they was happy to see Candace run out of there, you know what I mean? And so then the next thing you know, Monique is running out of there, and Giselle and Robin are sitting there laughing. Robin is saying to Monique, oh, you're doing the same thing that you called, Candace doing. You're running away, you leaving, you ain't addressing the situation. So it's just all messed up. Hey, what's up, goddess? What's going on? So I'm like, The shit is shady. Like, they don't like each other. So it should have never been like a friendship. They should never be able to tell anybody. If I was Monique, I would have never listened to them point blank, period. But, she got some information. And, I don't know how she hold that secret in for 2 years about them saying about the baby not being Chris. And she, not wanting the baby, blasting the third. I would have been like, that's more important than me coming at Candace from talking about, talking behind my back and shit like that. So I was like, hey Norris, what's going on? How you doing? So now we still at the dinner. So now we at the dinner and it just seems like Giselle, she is eyeing, Candace. And it seems like they want to make Candace feel uncomfortable. And they don't like Candace and they want to get up out of here, And Monique Samuel said it herself that none of the cast members really like, Candace at all. Only person that really liked Candace was Monique, she said, but we know Karen does like, Candace. So, but we got Giselle here talking about, I want an apology. When you gonna apologize? Have you apologized to Monique yet about the rumors? No. You were sitting up on this TV talking about, Monique got a booty call, she got a boo, she's wearing a physical trainer, she got this, she got that, all that other situation. Like, what's going on? You ain't apologized, but you're trying to force Candace to apologize. But you ain't even thinking about what you did to Monique and what you was gonna say at the reunion. So it's just like, damn, it just seems like a bad situation where you have Monique Samuels, you have Candace, you have Robin trying to force, Candace to apologize, and these women ain't even apologized. 2 years done went by and ain't even apologized to Monique. Like, what's going on? So basically, it was like, it's time for you to apologize, Candace. And yes, people think Candace should apologize because she's been acting immature and she's this and she's that and she said some hurtful things. But you're forcing her to apologize. That means the apology is not genuine and it can go back to where it's at. And Candace said she don't want to talk about it in front of ladies. But Candace should already know when you want Real Housewives, any franchise, you got to talk about your beef at the table with the ladies. Hey, what's up, Chef Disaster? Hey, what's up, Hook? How you doing, Melanie Hook? What's good? What's going on? So, you got that situation. So I was like, Giselle, back down. You all up in Candace's business. Ashley can hold our own. If Ashley already said that she let Ashley and Candace handle that situation. They don't need you. You ain't they auntie. You ain't they mama. Like, shit, girl. Like you're doing the most for no reason. And then, it comes with Monique wanting her to apologize too as well. Like, you should apologize. And Candace is feeling attacked like, yo, I don't want to talk in front of the ladies. I don't want to talk right now. I don't want where there's an audience around. And, Ashley's like, well, there's an audience for you too. But you already know when they have dinner, they meet up. Let's talk about the bullshit. Like, we're supposed to go ham. We're supposed to go in. We're supposed to do all that. And so Candace is basically like, yo, I want to have a private conversation where Ashley talked to her privately or whatever the case may be. And Giselle really wasn't here for that shit too. But you already know Monique is steaming because now she's finding out that Candace that invited Charisse to, her anniversary party. She's also hearing that Candace is teaming up with Charisse to get info and get dirt on her. But the best friend Gigi done told everybody the dirt anyway. And everybody done knew it already, even though, Candace gave Gigi's number, gave Gigi Charisse's number, but it was gonna get around and they was gonna plot on it. Anything negative about Monique and the ladies don't, Robin don't like her, Giselle don't like her, so therefore if they hear some shit, they gonna want to spread it, they gonna want to talk about it. So it's just like whatever with that. I'm just like so she's already steaming, and then she has a amen with Giselle trying to push it, and then now it's like Candace is the one feeling uncomfortable. She's the one where the majority of the group is saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. Candace was like, yo, y'all better fall back. I'll talk to her when I talk to her. But she didn't apologize, so it is. And Karen was like, y'all need to back up. Y'all are just double teaming this woman. She ain't ready to talk about it. I was just like, yo. But Karen does have, Candace's back or whatever the case is. But, to be mature, to move on, and you get along for the situation. You would apologize, but it already seems like there was some things going on at the sip and see where they was talking about, well, we'll ice her out. Monique was like, well, she'll be iced out. And then you got Robin talking about, we won't film with Candace. So it's just like, basically, they're all talking about, this is, we'll teach her a lesson. Like, what, she's the guinea pig, she's the puppy, she's the child. We're going to teach her a lesson, knowing that, they're doing it because not they care for her. They don't want her on the show, and they don't want Monique there. They want Charisse back there. So if both of them are going, one of them is going, Charisse will be back there, because Charisse is itching her way into the situation. She's itching. And, I would have never been cool with Giselle. I would have never been cool with her. I would have been like, what up? How you doing? Blase the third. We'll eat. I wouldn't work with her to, throw a dinner, or to have her, or to, have like where the dinner ends up where we tell Candace she gotta apologize. I wouldn't do none of Giselle's bidding or her dirty work, because the only reason why she don't want Candace there, because she don't like her. The same reason why she don't like Monique. So I would have never befriended her. We would have never been cordial or none of that bullshit, especially if he was out here doing this to my kids and talking about my kids and my husband. It would have been like, hi, bye, thank you, ma'am, it's good to see you. Oh, I like your hair color, how's your makeup doing? It wouldn't be like, we're gonna get together and throw an event. Yes, you show growth, but these ladies haven't even apologized. That, and what they tried to do. So they're looking and grinning and talking to you like, oh yeah, we did you like this, and we was going to, basically bring it up at the reunion about you having an affair and all this other stuff. They didn't even come up to say sorry. Nah, we can't be cool. We can't have no dinners. We can't do none of that. I was like, yo, they are. But Ashley's acting like, she's the one she's the peace one now. She's she got the baby, so now everything's cool. Ashley ain't no joke. Ashley knows exactly what's gonna probably pop off, when it happens, how it's gonna happen, what this person know about that person. So if we all get together, we itch the conversation this way, then it's gonna pop off. Ashley is a veteran at this bullshit. Ashley don't play no games, baby. So she played that role. She was like, okay, Candace, I still love you, baby. Knowing damn well she don't love no Candace. She don't like no Candace. But Candace did say, the last IG live that Candace did, she said she only got 2 friends on the show. And that was Monique. Monique said she only had 2 friends on the show, and that was Ashley and Karen. So, Monique calls her a friend. So Monique calls her a friend. So it is what it is with that situation. But I think, Monique was trying to make sure that things didn't get so crazy, and she was trying to probably build something different with the ladies and try to give them another shot, and it didn't work out. She didn't want to have the drama at work, because she just had the baby and she had a difficult pregnancy. So basically she tried to get along with Robin and Giselle, and they couldn't even fake it long enough to even act like they even consider Monique a friend or even someone cordial with, because they don't like her. So it's just like so crazy, and it's like they wanted them to actually end up. It's sad that Candace and Monique couldn't actually say, you know what, even though we ain't friends, we ain't gonna fight, we ain't gonna let the people that we know don't like us give us any information. We'll cut ties, but we won't be beefing with each other and arguing with each other where they can sit around and watch and laugh, and basically you be the entertainment while they can relax, because they don't got the drama on them. Hey Sanders, how you doing? So it's like one of them situations. And Candace is basically, she's like, okay, thank you, Ashley, because Ashley was like, I still love you. My sister Ashley is playing the innocent role. Boy, she is doing it, because she did some foul shit on the show, but right now she can switch back into Mother Teresa, baby. I was like, Lord. So Candace is feeling a certain type of way, like she don't want to be addressed, and then Monique brings it up. Well, since when? And you and Charisse are cool. Giselle brings that up, basically trying to, so now they called out Candace for not apologizing to Monique, and then after that, now Giselle is calling out Candace for like your relationship with Charisse, knowing damn well Giselle knows what relationship she has with Charisse, because her and Charisse are cool and they talk and they have conversations with each other. So what you just did that to keep the fire going, to get Monique agged up even more, because Monique was trying to be quiet. She was trying not to say nothing. So Giselle came through, was like, so what about this business with Charisse, and since when are you friends, and how close is your relationship? And then that's when Monique jumped in, was like, yeah, you, like, how come you didn't give me a heads up? You're supposed to be a friend of mine. And she should have gave her the heads up regardless. Candace should have gave Monique the heads up. She can invite anybody that she wants to her wedding, but if she actually want to have a friendship with Monique after they broke up and now they're back friends, she would say, yo, listen, even though you guys had beef like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and you don't really talk about each other, but she's coming through just to let you know. Just like Ashley did. Ashley knows how to play the game. Hey, Grace Turner, what's going on? So basically the dinner was to get at Miss Candace, and Ashley knew how it was going to be and what was going to go down. They discussed that shit. And so Candace is sitting there like she's just sitting there like, damn, I ain't got no friends. But Wendy's trying to help her out, and then Karen is also too as well. So but Candace did apologize to Monique, basically saying, I didn't know that was going to be a big situation. I didn't know it was going to be like that. Blase and the third, whatever the case is. So it was just like that. But with that situation with Monique calling her out at the table, was like, yo, how come you didn't give me a heads up? How come you didn't tell me? And that's the shit that Giselle and Robin wanted to see. They wanted to see it pop off. So did Ashley, wanted to see it pop off too as well, because Ashley's taking a back seat, because last season she was dragged up and down the streets, even though she could still hang with it. She done cleaned herself off. And she got up again and kept moving, and right now she's the sweet lady on the show. So it is what it is. Candace is like, damn, even though I ain't a good person, I'm shady too as well, but I didn't know you was gonna do me like this at the table. Like, why didn't we talk about this? If you felt that way, how come you addressing me in front of the group? She's feeling like, how come you addressing me in front of the group? Basically now she's feeling like Monique is not her friend, and Monique is basically being shady towards her because her and Giselle are cool. So she's taking it that way, and even though she probably knows a lot more secrets, and she held it in, and she wasn't gonna go after Monique, but she didn't want to ruffle any feathers, because I don't know why they think Robin and Giselle run this show. Candace and Monique could have ran this shit with Karen. They could have ran this fucking show. They could have did it, but they end up beefing. And it's just so crazy. Like, shit. Especially Candace, you in politics, baby. You should be out here politicking, not beefing, not running your mouth where people can say what you said and use it against you. And then you should weigh it out. Who is more of a friend of yours than the ladies? Well, she can, Giselle and Robin don't like her, but she's still mad. She's still mad at Monique. They could have worked that shit out. They could have worked that out. But it is what it is. It ain't gonna be worked out. It's done. It's finito. But they could have had everything boiled around. They could have had the show based on them and Karen running the shit or whatever, because they got the storyline. They have the personalities that people like to see, because they're not subtle. They be about it. So, but it is what it is. And so now she feels like, Monique is not a friend of hers. Monique is not her friend. And she's feeling a certain type of way. And her and Monique talk about it afterwards. And Monique was like, well, I'll talk to you off camera about the situation. Ashley was like, how come you just didn't tell me you felt a certain type of way? Why did you, Giselle and Robin and everybody at the table got to know? So, and that's one of the reasons why she probably didn't want to have that conversation with Ashley, because everybody was going to jump in and point the finger at her, because yes, Candace done did some shit. Candace be on Twitter, she be tweeting, she be talking mad junk. That's just what she do. And then she turns around and apologizes sometimes. She apologizes to, Kim K, but it is what it is. It's like, damn. And so Ashley and, Candace, they hug, and they gonna talk about it another time. But I actually knew what was going on, and you was in a hot plate, you was in a hot seat. And yes, she was, and she was caught by surprise, because Candace was like, I asked Monique everything. Was it going to be like this? Was it going to be like that? Like, is everything good? Blase and the third. And nope. It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. And Wendy's just like, yo, It seems like an attack. And we have Ashley. She's having a situation and a problem, basically getting physical with her husband because there's some things that needs to continue to heal. Mike always seemed like, he always seems like he's uptight. He seems like he's always wanting to have Ashley do this or that. Like, I don't know. He just treats Ashley like she works for him sometimes, in my opinion. And he's too good to let me keep going because Michael is a mess. He's a mess. But anyways, they buy clothes or whatever, and they go to invite Candace to the party. He's like, what? And he doesn't want Karen to kiss his baby. He says she better wear a helmet. I was like, Lord. He's got it in, and he's got into the shit. He's talking too much shit. And then you have, Miss Giselle. Miss Giselle is too much. She is too much. Monique was happy to get down with Giselle. Why she believed her over Candace. Ashley baby wasn't feeling Candace vibe. Lord have mercy. So, we have Miss Giselle talking to Robin that she's happy that Jamal has changed, his new residency over there at New Birth Church, and how he had to vigorous, scrutinize that he had to do and change, and she's feeling him, and it is what it is. Go ahead, girl, do your thing. Wendy's teaching her kids their native language, and she's handling her business. She let us know all her degrees and her education. I was like, Wendy, you should be on Married to Medicine. That's what you should be at, Married to Medicine, girl. So we got Candace. Now she's feeling attacked. She feels like Monique is not her friend, and she feels like, okay, now Monique going to dinner with Giselle. Now we ain't friends. She feels like, why she call me out like that? She flip-flop because she feels like Monique is calling her out, and then on top of that she's cool with Giselle and Robin. And Candace would cuss out Giselle and Robin in a heartbeat. She would tell them to go F themselves like she did at the dinner. She told Robin to go F yourself. Her mouth is too much. It's her mouth. She can't back up the shit that she says and does, and she regrets it at the end because it leaves her in a worse position. And that's her problem, because she feels like she can just go off and it'll be done with it. Now that's going to follow you and travel with you, and everybody's going to bring that up. There's something else they're going to hold against you and use against you, and it's going to be a bothersome to you. So, but anyway, she feels like Monique is, a flip-flopper, and her husband basically saying if she's a flip-flopper or not, you can't be going off, you can't be getting mad, you can't let people get under your skin, you can't be angry and all this other stuff. You got to have some self-control. You got to control yourself, girl. Control yourself and what you say. Where the other person is saying something, you just hold it in. You hold your mute when you listen, and you try to talk to that person afterwards. It's just that it don't seem like Candace is politicking the right way, or she really feels like everybody's against her now, when at one point she was with Giselle and Robin, not like cool with them because they always went back and forth, but then she was chilling with Cherise. Then all these rumors that her and Monique wasn't friends. Then when her and Monique became friends, she didn't tell Monique everything that they was planning on, what they was trying to do to bring her down. And it was like, if you're going to be friends with her, that could be something you should say, because if she's really deeply your friend, you like, girl, and you're taking a risk by telling her, but you told her anyway, and you still ain't friends, and that would have made it look like you were more genuinely, Monique's friend. That's what Monique said, if that's actually true. So it is what it is. Giselle had to go to a mental hospital after her ex-husband did her. You know that. Hey, Felicia, what's going on? And so Candace is just like, damn. Now she knows that she's the target. Now she knows that, she only have one ally right now, and that's really Karen. Even though Ashley's being cool with her, she don't really have no allies, because every time she turn around, they coming for her. They want her to apologize. Like, yo, you know what? If Candace was really about that life, she would have said, I ain't apologizing to Ashley until y'all apologize to Monique for what you did. She should have been like that. So don't be no double standards over here. We ain't gonna brush it under the rug. Do you know what you said, Robin? You know what you said, Giselle, and what you said you guys gonna do? So I'll apologize to Ashley when you apologize to Monique. And then boom. But we don't have common sense, and then Karen still does not like Miss Wendy. She don't like Miss Wendy at all. She looked at her for a second. Hello, darling. Blah blah blah, and turned around and talked to somebody else. Karen cannot stand Miss Wendy. Karen has been talking about Miss Wendy, talking about she ain't impressed. She ain't feeling her. And Wendy's like, yo, you don't feel me? Like, yo, I don't know why you keep my name up in your mouth. Why you coming from me, lady? So Wendy and Karen are not going to be getting along. Hey, it's all love. What's going on, baby? So, but you know what? Wendy still is new, so we gotta find out why Karen don't like her. Nah, they did that gang on Candace, and that's not cool. It's all love. Candace is your fellow Sagittarius sister. I know she's so emotional, and she just like, you be like done. You think it's it, but it can't be done, and it can't be it because you're on a TV show and you got to film with these ladies. They're already sitting there talking to Ashley, telling Ash, at Ashley Sip and See, like, we can ice her out. We don't have to film with her. So, make her learn a lesson. If Robin and Giselle and Charisse did what Monique told them to do, they got a lot of nerve calling out somebody else's behavior, and they gonna ice them out, and they ain't even acknowledge or apologize even till today. Till today, baby. I'm like, Lord, I wish your mother sucker would, baby. We would just all be going back and forth everywhere we go. I'll be nice and nasty, but it won't be no friendship. We won't be throwing I wouldn't be pressing nobody, even though I don't think Monique wants to press Candace with Giselle and them, but Giselle and Robin feel like, yeah, press her, and then we gonna press her. And it's just like she's working with them because she's pressing Candace at the same time that they're there, even though, she feels like Candace should be more of her friend than Giselle and Robin. But at this time and point, Monique is staying black, and she ain't trusting Candace at all. Why Monique addressed the internet of the show? Why Monique addressed the intern of the show? Candace is my favorite. I don't care what everyone says. Monique is a flip-flop. I am sick of the manipulation. That's Sandy. Who is this? Bucky Lee. Monique started with Candace. You saw it at the restaurant when the mic was on, and she was trying to talk to her off camera. She didn't want to see Two-Face. She didn't want to see Two-Face. They did talk about that. I already talked about that conversation, and it was just like, damn. Like, right there, it just ended right there. And that's why Candace was talking to her man the next day, and Monique was talking to, Karen about the situation. The shit is the reason why Monique was acting the way that she was acting is because she felt she believes what was told to her, that Candace was out here running the streets with Charisse to get information on her to use against her. And that's what Ashley told Giselle. This is what they shown on the show. And then now Monique feels like, oh, we were supposed to be cool again, and now you're gonna do this to me. So she's taking it a whole different way, even though Ashley invited Charisse to her Sip and See. But I guess her and Ashley are on good terms. She likes Ashley. Monique likes Ashley, and that's her friend. But with that situation, she just feels like it was deeper than her inviting Charisse. And now she got the information, and it's like all gloves off with Candace. It would have been all gloves off with the woman talking about my child. But it would have been all gloves off the woman that was talking about that she was going to go to the reunion and say that the baby ain't Chris, ain't my husband. Gloves would have been, I would have been addressing the whole table. We would have been having a field day, because if you want to be professional, you still addressing Candace, address the rest of them. Shit, 2 years went by. Bring it all up. We're bringing it out now. Bring the shit to the show. It's already out there. Every infomercial that, what's her name, Giselle gets, she's talking about, oh, Monique got this man, Monique got that. I was like, Lord have mercy. It's just too much. And Karen's just like, Karen is stuck in the middle because she's still here for Candace, and she's still here for Monique, and she's not here for Giselle or Robin, and she's really not here for Ashley, but they're being cordial to each other. So it is what it is. And at this point, Monique is upset. She's done with the situation because she feels like Candace has betrayed her and did the shit on purpose, because now she's hearing from everybody else. She's hearing from Ashley, and she trusts Ashley. Even though Ashley knew about the plot, but once Ashley and Monique became friends, Ashley told her. And then when producers was asking Ashley about the friend Gigi, Ashley Ashley would change the subject. Her and Michael would get up and walk away and then let her know about it. So she feels like Ashley is more of a friend, and she knew Ashley longer than she knew Candace. So it is what it is. I was just like, Lord have mercy. And then we got Jamal Bryant, basically his kids are looking at him like he's weird, like they don't know him, like, it's foreign to have this, camera on us. Daddy, why are you here? Why are you infringing on mama's business? This is mama's lane. Why you in mama lane? Mama need a storyline too as well, baby. But he did buy his daughters a business, a restaurant. So basically he's creating generational wealth, and he's telling Giselle, you ain't been as happy as you've been with me, baby. I was like, Lord have mercy. So Jamal Bryant is back in the picture, and they gonna ride it till the wheels fall off with this situation. But I guarantee you he'll run away if anything jeopardizes his job over there at New Birth. he'll bounce. He'll be out the door. And so we got, Candace, and I'm surprised Candace is bringing up Michael's kids, because before she wouldn't even talk about his kids, so now she's bringing up his kids and shit. And so she got a gift, and Ashley smiling. Ashley know what's coming. Ashley know what's coming to Candace, because they've been talking about Candace before, and basically talking about that, Monique is saying to the other ladies, to Giselle, to Robin, like, she wants everything on her terms, this and that. She wants everything her way. And then they're also talking about freezing, Robin is talking about not filming with her or whatever. And then Monique says we can ice her out. Like, if these ladies did that shit to me that Monique said that they did to her, I wouldn't have a conversation about somebody else with them, because I would just be feeling like I wouldn't feel good about, talking crap about one cast member when I know these two cast members really tried to tear my family apart and bring me down. And if Candace was involved in that too as well, I still wouldn't be able to kick it with them and laugh with them and talk about another person knowing how they was trying to do me. I would just think everything is disingenuous, and as soon as they can turn on me, they will. So I wouldn't feel comfortable if I got beef with one person, then 3 other people I don't got beef with, but I don't like them, and they coming after the person that I got beef with. I wouldn't be able to join them and attack that person because I don't like them. So it just wouldn't seem fair to me. It just wouldn't seem right that I'm working with people to take down one person that I don't like, unless my goal was to take all 3 of them out. Now, if Monique's goal is to take Candace out, to take Robin out, to take Giselle out, that's one thing. So it's just like, And so now they're sitting here, they're having a conversation. Sharice is sitting there. Sharice is ready to get in, after they get at Candace. And then it just goes, Ashley was like, well, Candace, we've been feeling a certain type of way about you, Candace. We don't feel like you take accountability for your behavior, and you run and you do this and you do that. And then, she was like, well, I felt attacked at the dinner the other night, so I didn't want to talk about it at that time. I wanted to address it another time. Monique is like, what? It's always on your terms? And, Giselle and Robin ain't even coming at her. They're letting Monique do it because they already know Monique is amped up and puff at Candace, even though they did grimy crap to, Candace. I was just like, damn. And so then, what's her name? Monique is basically was like, well, listen here. She was like, well, you're aggressive and hostile person. And then Miss Candace is like, well, you're coming from the aggressive hostile person too, from yourself. But I wouldn't say that Monique is hostile. I wouldn't say that Candace is hostile. I could say that they can get aggressive when they're feeling a certain type of way, because Monique with the umbrella, and then Candace coming at Monique when she was pregnant, talking about drag me. I wouldn't even argue with a pregnant woman on TV, because that just looks bad anyway, even though they're gonna try to get at you, but it don't look good. It says that you don't have self-control, you know what I mean? Like, you know what? And arguing and shit, And then on top of that, you got Candace coming at Ashley with the butter knife. And I tell you, get out my house, get out my house. So, they can be aggressive when they're pushed to the point of their anger. Messy grown ass wannabe. Monique is talking mess about Candace. She is talking about people plotting on her, but she is plotting on Candace. So Where we at? Right here. So now, they're trying to talk and be okay, but Monique can't even hold it in. She can't even stomach, Candace right now. And that could be because Monique is really, she probably really like, damn, I'm expecting these two tricks on the other side of me to dog me, but not you, because we made an agreement. We're supposed to be working this shit out. But even when they became friends again and again, like 3 times, I don't think the trust was gone. And they probably needed somebody to mediate that trust and what it looks like and what they should do, because it looks like they're being played as pawns to go against each other. And Robin and Giselle is just laughing. And when they need to get in, and they'll get in and get their quick camera time and then boom, bounce back, So it's just like one of them. I'm just like, so they just basically sitting there acting like it's all good. And then and so once Ashley says all that shit, and then, Monique is basically saying, I don't talk about behind people's back and say this and that and all this other stuff. And, and then Wendy's like, well, I'm a loyal friend. And Monique was like, well, you better be careful, because when I was a loyal friend, this, look what happened to me. Look where I'm at. I think Monique think that she feels like she was played by Candace, because she's getting other information that she didn't get before. So it's one of them situations where I think the information lacked, where if they would have gotten in just enough time, or before this happened or that happened, they could have worked something out too as well. Because if it's okay for, even though Ashley has already been friends with Charisse for a long time, she still, and Monique has really been going to bat for Ashley, and Ashley Vice Candace is okay, and Candace's apology to Monique wasn't really an apology. She should have called Monique and said, like, yo, listen, I didn't she didn't even think there was a problem, so how was she was gonna call her? And so scratch that out. And then Monique was like, you didn't even give me the heads up. So Monique should have told Candace privately, like, yo, Blasing the third, I felt like this, I felt like that. Doing it in front of the group, it's almost like she is teaming up with them, even if she don't like them. But that's where it's gonna come off to a person like Candace, and she gonna go off and not understand what's really happening. And that's why her husband be trying to like teach her, So Wendy jumps in, and Wendy was like, so is anybody a friend? You think anybody is a friend? Is your friend here? Is everybody your friend here? Who do you think is not your friend? Do you think you have any friends here? And she said, I don't know. I don't know if I have any friends here. I'm starting to question myself. And then, Monique goes in like, well, people making up stuff, people making fun of other people's businesses and talk behind people's back. And then Candace talking about entitlement. Then Candace is talking about flip-flop. And then Monique saying, you a flip-flop. And Candace was, so they was going back and forth. So it was one of them situations where they were just gonna get at it. And she was like, well, Monique, I feel like since you're friends with Giselle and everything else like that, it changed something. It's like, I'm the person you coming after, or what, you needed somebody else to come after. So saying that too as well. And so then Monique jumps in, and she's just like, what are you talking about? And then she was like, oh, so I'm after Giselle now. And then they high five each other. Robin is laughing, and it's almost like, gang up at the lunch table. At this moment, gang up at the lunch table, let's give Monique the high five of Monique. And basically that pushes Ashley away from the group. Like, okay, the people with the biggest voice are speaking up against me right now. And even though Monique knows that Giselle and Robin's not her friend, but that's the energy that came there. That's why Candace got up and she started running. That's why she got up and she started. Candace was like, you know what? I'm going to leave. I'm not going to go. This is supposed to be about me and Ashley. Yes, it's supposed to be about you and Ashley, but the shit ain't about you and Ashley. The shit is about now how Monique feels about you. And, you inviting Charisse and your apology didn't seem sincere. It didn't seem sincere at the table. And then you got the group talking about icing you out on your behavior. So it's always good when not good, but it's good for characters on the show to have one person that, we're pointing out their behavior because nobody is pointing a finger at you. So that's where, Candace was out with that situation. And that's what it seemed like. Even though Karen is not going to get up and, go crazy unless she feel like it. But Wendy was like trying to be cool with the situation. And then once Monique and Giselle high five, like, give me some, girl, I'm coming after you. It's like, yo, So Candace done got up and Candace done got up and she done walked away from the situation. It was like, and Monique is basically, she's sitting there like, and it also seems like she's chilling with them. We're having Candace run out. Oh, did you make Candace run out of here? What you do to make her get up and go so fast? And before you know it, the situation turns on Monique, where Giselle is all like, "Oh, listen, baby, didn't you have a lot to say about Charisse? Didn't you say this about Charisse?" And it was a lot of Charisse talk. and then as Candace is leaving, you have Giselle yelling, "Oh, she's a child, she's this and that." So basically, the sip and see was to get at Candace, and then we're gonna get at Monique, and then Charisse is there, and they want to know what's up, Monique. You saying all this other stuff about me. What's good? So Charisse is like, yo, where's that energy at for me? Charisse is like, what's up? Where's that energy for me? And Monique, she gets up and she walks away and she said, I got things to do. And Charisse was like, she had all that energy for Candace. What about me? And then Robin is yelling towards, Monique, oh, you doing the same thing that Candace was doing. And they're just laughing. They just laughing. And it's just like, damn. And it's like the tables on turn that quick. And Charisse is sitting. Charisse is ready to go. And then you got Giselle talking about, oh, Karen, did she say something? Do you know what's up with, Monique? What about her friends or anything like that? And then you have Miss Charisse talking about, I heard she had no friends. I was like, y'all are shady. The circle quickly turns on Monique just that mother sucking quick. So I wouldn't take anything that they say. And I think they played them because the show makes it seem like Giselle and Robin are number one. They're the it factor of the show. But Monique, Candace, and Karen, they could have been that it factor this season, but now they're still going to be the it factor because, all the beef is about them. But it's like Giselle and Robin and Charisse is watching them go at each other. Because, Monique already said none of the ladies like Candace. She was the only one that befriended her. So she knows that they're playing games with her mind. She don't understand. She get around these women. They're talking this and they're talking about that, bringing her into the fold like the baby cub. But nah, they wasn't going to do that. They was, oh, this girl be acting up. Candace is quick-tempered. Alright, Monique, you say this to Monique. She ain't coming at us. She'll come at Candace, but she ain't coming at us. So, boom, bada, bing. And Charisse is just sitting there like, yup, And Ashley knew everything that was going on. Ashley knew everything that was happening, what was going to happen, and most likely where the conversation was going to go. But it's not Ashley's fault, and, Monique trusts her. So it is what it is. And we have Ashley. She runs out and she talks to Candace, and she's trying to befriend Candace as well. She's doing what Monique did with her. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, Ashley will get Candace together and sweep her own up out the door if she wanted to. Let me tell you. I don't know why Ashley being so nice. It's probably because of the baby. But Ashley knows, oh no, we're gonna plot her a little bit. We're gonna pick at her a little bit. So it is what it is. I was just like, what's some shit? And you got Giselle just bringing up every rumor. She can't bring up the other part of the rumor because it's distaste and the producers didn't like that. But this part, she's just talking about everything. Oh yeah, I was like, Lord have mercy. The situation is crazy. So if anybody want to call in, we'll do like 5-minute, 3-minute call-ins, real quick call-ins. Just tell me what you think real quick about one part of the show. And we're just going to keep it moving and get as many phone calls as we can get in before it gets too late. So if anybody want to call in and tell me what you think, let me know. But Karen, she had Candace's back and she had Monique's back when Monique left too as well. So Karen is bossing up. She's bossing up and everything else like that. She's being real. She's being cool. And you can't even hate on Robin and Giselle because they got each other's back. Nobody can come in and get into their friendship. Nobody can, push them away to be a certain way. They do when they don't let. You can't tell Giselle about Robin You can't say Giselle's not gonna believe anything that you say about Robin, and Robin's not gonna believe anything that you say about Giselle, or whatever the case may be. So they got that bond, and they got that friendship that is tight. So therefore, they bring Charisse into the picture, and Ashley's still cool with them too as well. So basically, you just put this one and that one here, there, and then boom, we just all go with this person, or we talk about that person and move to the next person. They're gonna feel a certain type of way when they got 3 of us coming at you than 1. So, shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. I'm like, damn, they be doing so much. Ugh. I'm like, yo. And then the crazy shit, Robin is out here on Instagram, doing interviews, talk about, I don't know no plot. There ain't no such thing as no plot. I don't remember no plot. Yeah, there was a dinner, but if it was something sinister, I would remember. Girl, come on, damn well you ain't gonna snitch on yourself. Then you posted on Instagram that, I'm not gonna clear myself to throw somebody else under the bus. Robin, what is it? Did you do it? Of course you did it. But... And where's the sorry at? Ain't no sorry. Why don't Monique get at Jezebel Bryant? Tell her about her fake husband. She does it. I don't know if she's gonna do it this season, but she does it. Hey, what's up? What's going on now? You can't mess with people's family. Not cool. I leave kids out of it. Yep. But when it comes to these people's desires of really hating somebody, and that was the best friend. The best friends did that. And so when you bring information about your enemy, to them ladies, they're gonna use it. They're gonna talk about it. Oh, and they don't, like Robin said, I don't care if it's true. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. They're gonna use it because it's tea, and it's a plot, it's a storyline, and then it also pushes the person away, whether they can hold or stay with the shits. It is nasty. It is nasty. But it was 2 years ago. You got 2 years ago. A friend of mine asked me to say something. Let me stop. 2 years ago. And that's what, even if I hold my mule and I didn't say anything, I still wouldn't be able to sit next to them and chastise another person, or if I see them trying to chastise or try to, put that person on a hot seat, I wouldn't be able to jump in because I know how dirty they are to me. So I couldn't even roll with them to be dirty. But I think at this point, Monique was just like, I'm done. And I think she was really disappointed in Candace because she thought that they was really building their friendship, and they promised that they was going to keep each other, with information and keep each other, knowing what's going on and what's happening and what's the plot and what's the plan. But it didn't go that route, what's her name? Giselle and Robin can make you feel comfortable, baby. And Robin seems like she was so much enjoying this. It was crazy. She was trying to act like, oh, I just ain't doing nothing. I'm being good. And Robin was good last season. And it's just like, she was calling out Candace, trying to force Candace to do something. Like, who are you? Worry about your situation, girl. And then Candace didn't do shit to you. And you and Ashley are cool, but you guys ain't cool. You guys don't talk on the phone. You just recently said last season her husband wanted to put his mouth somewhere. You know what I mean? And so, like, why are you worried about if she apologized when, it seems like they're all trying to get on Ashley's good side too as well. And that's why Candace was like, yo, I'm not toasting to Ashley this and that because Ashley looks very innocent, but Ashley ain't no joke. People be acting like Ashley makes them nervous. Ashley makes Giselle and Robin nervous. That's why Robin wanted to mend fences with Ashley, because Ashley will go in. But Ashley been having some shit happen. Her husband been messing up her storyline, because Ashley would get in and go in. And Ashley probably, if her husband didn't have all this shit going on, she would probably be more in the drama and more in the mix. But it's like, damn, I can't do nothing with my husband out here every time you turn around. So if I'm getting at this person, getting at that person, all I gotta do is throw my damn husband up in the situation. Then the blog's gonna go crazy. Everybody's gonna go crazy. So it is what it is. So we haven't had any phone calls. I think I got everything on. Let me see. Yep, I got everything on. So, yep, that's the situation. So you already know They said husband got a man. Candace used just like her. And Candace, you can tell Candace's mother has some things to do to it as well. While Candace is not she's not equipped to deal with these ladies because they're like her mother. And I think when she gets around Robin and Giselle, she wants to feel a part of the fold, but they act like they're so sophisticated. They've been on the show the longest, and we're gonna take you in and blah blah blah, this and that. And they get probably trying to school her and be like, we're giving you game and blah blah blah. And it's not that type of situation because they don't like her, and she doesn't. I don't think she can see. I think she does see that, but she messes up when she starts speaking and she starts talking about people to other people. So it's like one of them situations. Okay, we gotta last answer. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Felicia Butler. I'm calling from Mississippi.
Hey, Mississippi. What's up, Felicia? What's going on? Tell me your thoughts quick and fast, baby.
Girl, I seen the night episode. I don't know why Monique trying to team up Giselle. I don't know. She know how Giselle leaves.
I know.
I want Church Giselle with a grain of salt.
I wouldn't even be able to act like I eat like a grain of salt, like I agree with them. I would just be quiet. Even though if I feel that way towards Candace, I wouldn't give them the happiness because they were so happy to see both of them run out. You know what I mean? They was happy to see Monique run out when it came to Sharice and try to put her on the hot plate. They was happy to see Candace run out, and then they gave Monique props. And I wouldn't want people to associate me coming at Candace with them. I'm just coming at Candace myself, and that was the problem.
Why they giving Sharice so much innocence? She been fired 2 seasons ago.
She need that paycheck, baby. She need that money.
What paycheck? She ain't saying nothing.
I know. Oh, and she's not getting paid either. That's what Monique said. Monique said she's not even getting paid to appear on the show.
Yeah, I've been watching they live this week. They going back and forth. It's so hilarious. Especially Robin talking about keep my name out of and all that kind of stuff. I'm just waiting on a furthermore the episode to see about it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. But they doing what they entertaining. They doing it. They entertaining, baby.
So it's season 5. That's one of the best seasons I've seen so far from them.
I know. It's already going in. I'm like, damn. I wanted the Candace and the Monique and the Karen to just take it over, but it's not gonna happen.
No.
Not gonna happen.
Then we're going, and then Giselle mad because Monique gets the fan favorite.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been Team Monique since she came on the show. They thought they were gonna hate her like they did Ashley.
Yep.
Like they did Candy, like they doing Candace. No, they were gonna do her like that.
Oh yeah. Yep. And Ash. Ooh. So and Monique was just like When her and Robin almost got into it, they knew right then and there, we're just gonna argue from afar. We ain't gonna even act like we about that life. And Candace is the one that act like she's about that life, and that's why they end up getting into that situation.
Yeah, when she told Robin that she gonna choke her with that umbrella, that gave me life. I said, about time somebody stand up for them 2 winkies.
But Robin was doing good, though. I was feeling Robin. Robin did good last season. I don't know what happened.
Robin need to go. Honestly, tell you the truth. She been having the same storyline ever since she came on this show. They need to have some fresh people. They can keep Karen, they can keep Monique, they can keep Ashley. But Giselle and Robin and Candace, they gotta go. Period.
Well, we gonna see what happens. Candace is already acting like she's defeated now. So I don't know what's going on with Candace. She's acting like she's very defeated now. because of all the situation going on with her situation with,
She's a 30-something-year-old woman. Let her mama still run her life. I don't have no energy for that shit. Enough for a spoiled little brat.
These guys are too much. But her mother made her codependent. That's the thing. They're codependent on each other. They got that codependent relationship. And it doesn't help Ashley. I mean, it doesn't help Candace when she's dealing with older women trying to figure out who's not playing or who is playing her. It's like she can't figure it out, you know? That's
why I said I'm 36 years old. My mama don't have that much going on in my life.
You know what the worst part? When her mother was living in the house with her and her mother would come and vacation upstairs, I was like, what? What?
That was weird to me. My mom, she called busy, but spending the night. Yeah, she spent the night, but not coming to my house as no vacation. You gonna go out of town.
I know. Thank you, Felicia from Mississippi. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye. Mississippi in the building. Anybody else coming through? Lord, the shit done hit the fan. And, you could tell already that it was so quick. Giselle, every little recording she's doing, she is calling out Monique and this boyfriend, this personal trainer, this relationship. I'm like, yo. And she's doing it with a smile on her face. If anything, it ain't even Sharice. It's Candace. It's Giselle out here talking about it. Robin hasn't mentioned it yet, but we're going to see it. They play all them. They all play each other against one another. It's crazy. It's crazy. And they're trying to force this woman to apologize, but they didn't apologize to Monique. No, we're going to apologize because, we heard this rumor and we didn't find out if it was true. We didn't come to talk to you or anything else like that. So we was trying to run with it. We was going to do this at the reunion. We was going to do that. Like, my bad. I'm sorry. Like, they didn't even come from the jump and just was like real when they even became like cool or associated with each other, even though Monique said she was looking, she wasn't going to jump head in first, but they didn't even come out and say I'm sorry. So therefore it was nothing really built, because how can Monique even trust them? They can't even say what they was doing and plotting against her now that they're cool, but let her know what was going on. And yeah, this did happen. And we know Candace did write a statement for Monique to get her best friend Gigi a cease and desist letter so she wouldn't be running around. And so it's like Candace was just like going back and forth and not knowing, where she really stood at, because she was holding information in and she didn't want to tell Monique because she didn't want to start no shit. Then Monique was like, yo, what's up? What about the plot on? I heard about the plot on me. And then Candace did tell her. And so then they became cool again. But then right after that, now you're bringing Sharice around to your party. And you didn't even give me a heads up. So it seems like they can't trust each other. Oh, no, I didn't hear it. I don't know what she said. Whose speech was it? Was it Candace's speech? Or whose speech? Whose speech was it? Oh, Lord have mercy. So I don't think we have any more phone calls. We gonna sign off, and you guys already know that the ladies done already hit up Instagram. They done hit up Twitter. They're going back and forth. You already know, like, the shit on the internet is more entertaining than the show. But I must say, the show is entertaining too as well, because you're watching. Like what we seen tonight was just like, damn, Candace was on a hot seat. They was, everybody except for Karen was, had her on the hot seat and basically was just like you are the problem. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Norris from Flint.
Hey, Norris, make it quick, please. Tell me what's your thoughts.
Well, Karen, I think Karen, is the queen of the show because she know how to stay out the drama. So I ain't got much to say about her. That she chilling, she doing her. And then Ashley, I think that Ashley, should have told the ladies, you know, to like back off of Candace and, you know, let her and Candace have a private conversation, you know, and then she could have found out for herself if Candace was going to apologize to her. And then if she wanted to tell the ladies, she would have, or she could make that decision on her own. So I do agree with Candace on that. And, you know, Candace, as soon as she found out about the plot against Monique, she should have told Monique about it. Especially if you was trying to be friends with her again, she should have told her what was going on. You know, instead of, keeping quiet. And then I do agree with her when she say that, me and Ashley need to have a private conversation. But then on the flip side, all that stuff that she was doing towards Ashley last year, she should have been telling her that stuff in private instead of getting her in front of the other ladies and confronting her. So I can see why the ladies, you know, are feeling a certain way about her, you know, apologizing to Ashley because she clowned her in front of them last season, and then, you know, they think that she should apologize, you know, to her in front of them. So Candace did kind of bring that on herself. You remember all them times she was trying to, you know, talk about Ashley and, you know, having a baby and all that stuff, like clowning her about it.
Yeah, I remember. I don't care if she apologizes or not, but I want her to apologize to her because she's sincere about it, and I think that's what she was trying to get to.
Yeah, that's why I said, but yeah, and you know, and then the Sharice situation, I feel like she should have gave Monique a heads up about what was going, about her coming. You know, she didn't have to defend, you know, her wanting to be friends with her, but she should have, you know, gave her a heads up like Ashley did. And I think Monique would have been okay with it. And then Giselle, she the biggest pop star, you know, troublemaker out of all of them. You know, I could see through her, you know, her telling Monique what she told her at that dinner just so Monique could confront Candace. You know, she could have told her that when they was at that lunch. And then, you know, Monique could have called Candace and she could have talked to her in private. You know, so Giselle know what she was doing. And, you know, Robin is her follower. So, you know, Robin gonna do whatever Batman says. You know, she gonna go along with Giselle, who the Miss Batman or Batwoman. And she Robin, you know, she just Robin. She going along with it.
She gonna ride it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, she ain't got no backbone when it comes to Giselle, because she, you know, she just a follower. And then Wendy, you know, she need to, if she got a problem with Karen, she need to let Karen know about the problem, you know, at least pull her to the side and have a conversation with her and let her know how she feels. Then they can work on, you know, squashing whatever issues they might have, you know. So I think that she should let her know what's going on, let her know how she feels, instead of going into confessional and talking about it. But yeah, speaking of flip-floppers, Giselle gonna be, she a flip-flopper. We gonna see it, her flip-flop. You know, especially after that fight, it seems like she gonna flip-flop from, you know, from Monique's side to Candace's side.
Yep, you know, we're gonna see that. Yep, we definitely are gonna see that. That is definitely gonna come up.
But Monique's biggest mistake is trying to be our befriending, like you said, befriending Giselle, because, you know, Giselle been jealous of her ever since she told her she had 4 homes. You know, she shut her down real quick. And so Giselle I think she been jealous of her and disliking her ever since then.
4 homes, a successful marriage, and businesses. Her businesses are booming, and she's a fan favorite.
Yeah, and Robin been following suit. Instead of making a mind of her own, she just went along with Batman and let the female Batman lure her, you know, tell her, be the bug in her ear that's telling her what she should do and giving her opinion on how she should act towards Monique. You know, so it seems like if Giselle having a problem with somebody, like we've seen her have a problem with Ashley in the past, you know, it seemed like, or if she have a problem with Karen or even Sharice, we would see Robin follow suit. You know, it's like Robin don't have her own mind. Don't seem like she hasn't shown me that she can make her own decisions and have her, follow her own mind. I'm on the phone, Grandma. Yep, so was that quick?
Yep, I got you. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you.
Yeah, but I hope you check out my video that I made last night.
What'd you say, Tony? Okay, we lost the call. I think Tony said he has a video, so check out Tony Norris YouTube channel. Check out his last video. Thank you, Saunders, for coming through. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. Thank you, Chef Disaster. Thank you, Grace Turner. Thank you, Lisa Journey. Thank you, my peeps, my peoples. Thank you, Linnell. Thank you, Keisha, for calling from Mississippi. Felicia from Mississippi, thank you for calling. Norris Tony from Flint, thank you for calling. I appreciate you. SLW, thank you. Desire, thank you. Thank you, Linnell. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Slim, Sandy Storm, Tammy Harris, thank you too as well for coming through. I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my people. Peep Squad is in the building. Hey, Francis, this is how all women act when in a group. You always got one making herself the leader. Oh, shit. I didn't even see that. Oh, Lord, Felicia. Grace Turner, Giselle is hateful and miserable person and wants everyone. Lord have mercy. Thank you guys for coming through. That's it. It's going to be popping. This is going to be one of them seasons where it's going to be off the chain. And we're going to see friendships go array. We're going to see the dirtiness, the nastiness. It's going to be arguing. It's going to be low down, baby. Because it just seems like they could get past a lot of the things, but it's something where Giselle and Robin don't want to accept Monique, and Monique feels like she's been hurt by them, but she never got an apology. So Monique can't never really move on when it comes to Giselle, or when it comes to Robin, or when it comes to Charisse, where they wanted to use the rumors that Gigi was giving them to bring it to the show, even though they knew it had no married and this girl was just lying and blasting the third. That's what Monique said allegedly. So, and it's just like, I don't think Monique could take anything that they say seriously, because if they was even going to try to be cordial towards each other too as well, and be cool and throw, events together, why wouldn't they say, you know what, we heard the rumors too. Everybody knows about the rumors because the producers, she had all the printout text messages of the rumors and of this girl Gigi contacting the producers, and she was contacting the lady. So if they was going to move, to really have a good relationship or really be cordial, they would have put it all out on the table and said, before we become cool, this is what happened, this is what I did at that time, blase in the third, and then I said their apologies and move on to as well. With Candace and Ashley, I think Candace feels like, she's feeling a certain type of way because she feels like Ashley did a whole lot of shit, but why is everybody protecting Ashley, and why is everybody trying to come after me for Ashley when Ashley has done each and every one of them wrong, even though she apologized and made amends with them too as well. But, they got her back more than they have her back, and she didn't do half the shit that Ashley did. But then now it's getting to a point where Candace is learning from Ashley's playbook, and she's playing dirty and she's throwing mud too, and everybody's slanging and throwing mud. So it is what it is with that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. Thank you, Norris Tony, Thick Girl 40. Hey, what's up, Thick Girl 40? Hi. I think we lost, I don't know why this is going off, but I did tell people to check out your next video, Tony. So please check out Norris Tony's video. He just did another video, and I think it's about what his grandmother taught him. That's the name of the title of the video, What I Learned from My Grandmother. So check out Norris Tony's, video. Check out Chef Disaster's YouTube channel too as well. Thank you guys for coming through. I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You guys stay blessed, stay woke,